Welcome everybody to Ringside Wrestling Entertainment and Behind the Mic, your weekly episodic news show right here on the Ringside Wrestling YouTube channel, where we talk about all the news in the past week. And this week we've got some fucking shit, like some news that I do not want to fucking report. But this is episode number 5. 5 weeks we've been doing this. Let's hope we can go fucking 100 more. We're looking to fucking push this as the main thing on our channel. I've got some huge news for you today. Fucking Seth Rollins, his injury. We're gonna talk all about that. I did not do a separate news video on that because I wanted to save it for Behind the Mic. Probably should have done a separate news video on that, but that's besides the point. We're talking about the shit, the absolutely awful Wrestlemania card going around. Jesus Christ, this is the Wrestlemania card that's being rumored. We're gonna talk about that and what I would do to book my Wrestlemania card, because that fucking Wrestlemania card with a full roster, and I'm gonna say this multiple times, with a full roster that WWE has right now, the WrestleMania 32 card, which was absolutely horrendous on its own fucking standpoint, looks even better. Looks better than this fucking WrestleMania card. That right there is how you know this shit is awful. Absolutely fucking awful. We've got news on Tye Dillinger, and apparently Tye Dillinger's Royal Rumble performance wasn't fucking good enough for a main roster call-up. Go fuck yourself, WWE. We've got Bayley apparently set to win the Women's Championship at WrestleMania 33 and go on to feud with Sasha Banks. We're gonna talk about that one right there. And we've got fucking Roman Reigns versus The Undertaker. Jesus Christ, more bullshit about this fucking WrestleMania card. Roman Reigns versus The Undertaker. This fucking match, why Vince McMahon has wanted this shit for years. Again, go fuck yourself, WWE. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's all the news stories I've got for you. We're going to discuss them. We're going to read the articles. We're going to do all that just like we do every week on Behind the Mic. Let's get right into the news. But before we do, make sure to go check out all the other content on the channel. Make sure to go check out the Twitter of the same name, where we live tweet with WWE. If you want to remain up to date when my Monday Night Raw review, when my Smackdown review is about to go up, when I fucking post a video, you get notified through there as well. For all that good stuff, make sure to go to the Ringside Wrestling Twitter account and give that a follow. Make sure to like, make sure to comment, make sure to subscribe, and make sure to go check out everything else. Again, thanks if you fucking did that. Thank you very, very much. For now, Behind the Mic, let's go into the fucking video. Best believe that we're going to start off with the fucking news story that has me absolutely raging. Jesus Christ. On your screens, you should see the entire card. This is a screenshot from my phone right there. I was at fucking 11%. Wonderful. Jesus Christ. And yes, I do record this in the night before I post this in the morning as soon as I wake up. Friday night, post it in the morning on Saturday as soon as I wake up. So that's why you see 10:34 p.m. right there. It is currently 11:12 as I speak. But let's fucking see. Here is the rumored WWE WrestleMania 33 card assuming that Seth Rollins, who got injured, will be on the show. Maybe he will be on the show. WWE.com, I'm going to discuss this more later, but WWE.com is fucking playing it up and the WWE app, like Seth Rollins will be making it to WrestleMania. So I don't know about that. I'll discuss what the card will look like if Rollins isn't there. But besides that, let's go over this fucking card that looks absolutely awful for the WWE Universal Championship. Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar. Give me a fucking break right off the bat. Why? I repeat, why does this fucking match need to be your main event? That makes no motherfucking sense. If you want to book a main event for WrestleMania that is worthy, you put two stars who have been there all year, who have worked their ass off in the previous year, starting off 2017, and have been the absolute best. The absolute best. I'm going to tell you this right off the bat. Goldberg and Brock Lesnar have not been the absolute best. They have not been there the entire year. For fucking fuck's sake, Goldberg came back in October of last year. Yet he now gets the privilege to main event WrestleMania 33? Are you fucking kidding me? Brock Lesnar has had about 4 matches in 2016 and the Royal Rumble match in 2017. Yet, and the 4 matches he had in 2016 were awful. Let's count them off. Dean Ambrose versus Brock Lesnar. You had Fastlane, he had like 6 matches, let's presume. Fucking Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar. That was the last one he had in 2016. That was awful. That lasted 1 minute and 30 seconds. So I'm sure that is not a fucking esteem to anybody. You had at SummerSlam Randy Orton versus Brock Lesnar, which was a squash match that lasted 10 minutes. That was not of esteem. Nobody's talking about that shit anymore. You had WrestleMania, Dean Ambrose versus Brock Lesnar in a no disqualification match. Fucking Brock Lesnar threw Ambrose around for 10 minutes. The match was over. Nothing fucking happened. It was pretty much a chairs match. You had the match at Fastlane, and I'll give him this one. The triple threat match at Fastlane. This one was great with Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose. But again, that was at the beginning of the year. Who the fuck remembers that anymore? That was building up to WrestleMania 32. And then you had the Royal Rumble match in 2016, which I guess he was a part of. But that Rumble was fucking awful anyways. Or it wasn't awful, it was decent. But besides that, you really had nothing. Nothing from Lesnar. Goldberg came back in October. And yet, these two men get to go in the WrestleMania main event above a Kevin Owens, above even a Chris Jericho, I'm gonna say, above fucking Seth Rollins if he wasn't injured, because this was the plan before Rollins got injured. I can assure you, before a fucking anybody on the Monday Night Raw roster, to be honest. Even over, and don't get fucking mad at me, over a Braun Strowman who's been there every fucking week. Goldberg and Brock Lesnar get the main event over a Finn Balor who worked his ass off in NXT and I'm sure is ready to come back and main event WrestleMania. He had an unfortunate injury. You're going to take it off Kevin Owens. So you're telling me Brock Lesnar, who is probably going to win this match, is going to win the Universal Championship and Finn Balor's gonna come back and he's gonna fight Brock Lesnar to reclaim the title he never lost. How does that make any sense? Do you really find a Brock Lesnar versus Finn Balor match believable? If you give Brock Lesnar the Universal title, first of all, he's not gonna fucking be there for half the entire year, I should fucking say. He'll be there SummerSlam, he'll be there Survivor Series, and that's it. And that's it, after he wins the fucking Universal Championship. So what does that do for anybody on the Raw roster? Tell me. Nothing. Nothing. It does absolutely nothing. Because this match should not main event WrestleMania. The fact that you're even thinking of giving Goldberg the Universal Championship at Fastlane, which is rumored. You're going to have Kevin Owens versus Goldberg at Fastlane. He'll pick it up at Fastlane, and then he'll hold it for a fucking month and lose it to Lesnar. First of all, you're flip-flopping the title there. Second of all, Lesnar's not going to do anything for the title. You're going to put yourself in a shit position, third of all, going out of WrestleMania, because Lesnar ain't defending the fucking title frequently. So, the fucking talent on Raw is going to have zero to fight for. And that right there is bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. Giving the title to Lesnar takes away everything from Monday Night Raw. It's not a main event worthy match. What? It was 1 minute and 30 seconds at Survivor Series. Is it gonna be 2 minutes and fucking 3 minutes at fucking Survivor Series? Wow. At fucking WrestleMania? Wow. Look at that. Wow. Nothing. It does absolutely nothing. The match is gonna be awful. It hasn't been good the fucking 2 previous times. In the Rumble and the fucking Survivor Series. It hasn't been good the 2 fucking past times. So what the fuck does it do for anybody? Nothing. It does absolutely nothing. That's my fucking rant on Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar. What's next? You got fucking Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton. I like this match. It's better than Randy Orton versus John Cena. It fucking builds Bray Wyatt. It allows Bray Wyatt to develop as a main event talent, especially if he wins the title in the Elimination Chamber and he retains it against Randy Orton at WrestleMania, like what is being rumored. It builds Bray Wyatt as a main event talent. Randy Orton, I mean, he can put Bray Wyatt over. It's been the storyline with Bray Wyatt. It will be a great way to culminate the storyline. Only thing I'm asking from this is you put a stipulation around it. Please put a stipulation around this match. Make it a no holds barred. Do something with it, because last time we saw it as the main event of fucking No Mercy, it did not do anything for anybody. I'll tell you that much. You got the Raw Women's Championship match, which is being rumored to be Charlotte versus Bayley versus Sasha Banks versus Nia Jax. I mean, I really don't like the Fatal 4-Way. What you really should be doing at WrestleMania is Sasha versus Bayley. But, of course, WWE wants to get all these women into the fucking match, because nobody can be left off the fucking WrestleMania card. That's illegal. It's fucking illegal. You can't do it. You can't fucking do it. So you're going to put Nia Jax, Charlotte, Bayley, and Banks in a Fatal fucking 4-Way. I'm sure this will be a great match if you put it on the fucking WrestleMania card. And if Bayley wins it, hey, I'm the fucking first one to be saying congratulations. That will be great. It will be a nice little fucking match. And Bayley will win the title, especially if you have fucking Sasha Banks turn heel. You can have fucking Sasha Banks attack Bayley, who just won the fucking championship. And if fucking Sasha Banks turns heel, it will be a great feud going into SummerSlam. This next match is fucking ridiculous. Roman Reigns versus The Undertaker. Shoot me in the fucking head is what I have to say about this one. The fucking bullshit. The bullshit. I can't even fucking speak because this story has me so fucking pissed off. the bullshit WWE will do to get Roman Reigns over is fucking ridiculous. And it's not even that it's just bullshit. It's retarded bullshit on top of that. It's like you're throwing a fucking pile of bullshit onto a pile of fucking trash that's already fucking shredded up into pieces. I don't know what the fuck WWE thinks that they're fucking doing right with Roman Reigns. I don't know what the fuck WWE sees in Roman Reigns that makes them say, this guy is the next top guy. Sure, he has a pretty face. Sure, he has some nice, luxurious hair. But besides that, the guy cannot fucking out-wrestle a Kevin Owens, a Chris Jericho, a Seth Rollins. He does not hang in there with those top-level talents on Monday Night Raw. Yes, he's good in the ring. Yes, if booked correctly, the guy can be a fucking superstar. If booked correctly, what I mean by that is if he's a heel, he can be a fucking superstar. I mean, yes, but the fact that for 3 motherfucking years, 3 years, WWE has pushed and shoved and clobbered Roman Reigns down our fucking throats, and they don't motherfucking get it. They don't get the fact that this man is booed. Every building that he steps into, nobody gets fucking tired of this shit. And putting him against The Undertaker is just going to further that. I'm telling you this right now. It's just going to further that. Everybody's gonna say, fuck this guy. This guy does not hang in with the fucking Undertaker. The Undertaker can be doing something else better, which when I'm talking about the fucking Undertaker versus Roman Reigns, I'll tell you what the fuck they should be doing with the Undertaker at Mania. And the fact that WWE is trying to make Roman Reigns look like this much of a fucking superstar, even though nobody is fucking buying it. It's absolute garbage. Nobody's buying the bullshit with Roman Reigns, and if he steps in the ring with The Undertaker, if he gives The Undertaker a Superman punch, if he gives The Undertaker a spear, if he gives The Undertaker a drive-by, if he gives The Undertaker a Samoan drop, if he gives The Undertaker a goddamn clothesline, nobody will ever fucking buy in to Roman Reigns, and this guy's fucking career might as well rest in peace. That's all I'm gonna fucking say about that. I have another fucking news story coming up on this bullshit. Jesus Christ. I got Kevin Owens versus Chris Jericho next. I'm not gonna discuss Triple H and Seth Rollins because that just might as well not be fucking happening anymore. So I'm just gonna leave that aside. You've got Kevin Owens versus Chris Jericho. This is gonna be a decent match. It's gonna happen. They've been building towards it for months. It's gonna happen. It could be a great match. They could build towards it. It could be the best thing on Monday Night Raw for weeks. It could be fantastic. It just requires the correct booking. I think they'll get it right. I mean, the slow build, it's been great. It's been great the way they've been building towards this. It's not my most interesting fucking match to see. I'm not fucking interested to see this. I think they should have capitalized this a long time ago. I don't even know fucking when, but I mean, there you fucking go. AJ Styles versus Shane McMahon. On paper, this looks like a very underwhelming match. I mean, all the possibilities of what you can do with AJ Styles, but I think when we watch this match, it's going to be that fucking match, and especially if it's like fucking no DQ, it's going to be that match where everybody's fucking going crazy because it was so unbelievably fucking extreme. Of course, Shane McMahon is gonna do some fucking flippy shit. Of course, he's gonna be in the ring with AJ Styles, and AJ Styles can wrestle him up and make it a 5-star fucking match. So I have no doubt that if we see this match at WrestleMania, it will be fucking great. This match boggles my fucking mind. Absolutely. Nikki Bella and John Cena versus The Miz and Maurice? What? What? Who the fuck came up with this one? John Cena. So you're telling me John Cena is going to go from WWE Champion to this shit? Go fuck yourself. What you need to do with John Cena at WrestleMania 33, you give him Baron Corbin. Corbin screws him over in the Elimination Chamber. Here's what you do in the Elimination Chamber. Corbin gives the end of days to everybody. Cena eliminates him. Corbin's supposed to get out the fucking ring. What does Corbin do? Corbin hits Cena with an end of days anyways. 1, 2, 3. Anybody fucking pins him. Whether it's Bray Wyatt, whether it's an opportunistic AJ Styles. There you fucking go. You build that towards WrestleMania 33. Cena's pissed. Corbin screwed him over. Bam. Fucking next match. What's the next fucking match here? Let me pull up my fucking phone. I don't have the image on my screen as I record this. Unfortunately. Where the fuck is it? Next match. The Big Show. Oh my god. Do I even fucking need to go over why this match is fucking useless? The Big Show versus Shaquille O'Neal. Bathroom break match. Bullshit match. Waste of motherfucking time. Cringeworthy. Just thinking about it is absolutely fucking awful. The Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. If you want to make this Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, I mean, it's not fucking useful. It does nothing for anybody. But if you want to make it worthwhile, put Braun Strowman in it. Strowman wins it, and you don't need to have Braun Strowman in a big match at WrestleMania 33. There you fucking go. That is what I would do with the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. If it were me, it would be replaced by the Money in the Bank ladder match, and that would be fantastic. But fuck me, right? Fuck me. So that's your fucking rumored WrestleMania 33 card. It's obviously not complete. You got tag team championship matches, cruiserweight championship matches to add in. You got probably some singles matches, because I'm sure the card isn't going to be all championships. You got Intercontinental title. You got a lot of that stuff to add in. So I don't fucking know. But right now, if this is your final fucking card, WWE, you gotta think some fucking shit over. God damn. Do you need to think some things over? Jesus fucking Christ. Because if this is what we get at WrestleMania 33, WrestleMania 33 could be worse with a full roster than WrestleMania 32. And we know how fucking bad WrestleMania 32 was. Jesus Christ, was WrestleMania 32 bad. And the fact that WWE is considering putting this shit, the fucking same caliber of bullshit, on our screens for a second WrestleMania in a row. Last year, at least they had the excuse that everybody was fucking injured. Now, you got a full roster, and they're still assembling one of the worst fucking cards in WrestleMania history. I don't believe it. I hope none of this fucking comes to be true, especially Roman Reigns versus The Undertaker, and especially John Cena and Nikki Bella versus The Miz and Maurice. Go fuck yourself with those two. And Big Show versus Shaquille O'Neal. Awful. Awful. Jesus Christ. Just thinking about it, I want to throw myself off a fucking bridge. Let's move on to the fucking next news story, because I'm tired of fucking discussing the bullshit that could be WrestleMania 33. This news story just deeply saddens me and probably fucking deeply depresses everybody going into WrestleMania 33. Seth Rollins injured and probably going to miss WrestleMania 33. What the fuck has happened? Availability is the greatest attribute a wrestler offers his employer. Unfortunately for Seth Rollins, his availability over the last 2 years was severely hampered by a torn MCL, ACL, and medical meniscus. The injuries sidelined him from November 4th, 2015 until his return last summer at the May 22nd Extreme Rules pay-per-view. After an 8-month journey back to the top of the card and a series of events that appeared to have him en route to a marquee match against Triple H at WrestleMania 33, the Architect was understandably riding high. Then tragedy struck. The January 30th episode of Raw saw Samoa Joe's debut, which was absolutely fantastic, attacking Rollins at the behest of the game. What no one knew at the time was that Rollins had re-injured his knee, putting his long-awaited showdown with his former protege in jeopardy. WWE has made the official announcement 2 days later on its website. Another major push interrupted by the unfortunate timing of an injury to the same leg Rollins spent nearly a year of his life rehabilitating has created questions about his ability to be the future of WWE, as he not so cleverly labeled himself at the start of his singles push. The most crushing aspect of Rollins' knee injuries is the timing of each. The initial obliteration of his knee occurred just before Survivor Series in 2015 and robbed the Architect of an appearance at WrestleMania 32. The WWE Network presentation of WWE24, entitled Seth Rollins, Rebuild, Redesign, Reclaim, documented just how emotionally distraught he was over missing the opportunity to compete on WWE's biggest stage. For the second year in a row, he now finds himself facing the possibility that he will not appear on the card at the annual extravaganza. I don't know why the fuck they said extravaganza. This year, he was slated to battle Triple H in one of the night's most anticipated bouts, and the way they were building it, yes, it was an anticipated bout. A year in the making, the contest would see protege battle mentor in an attempt to avenge a shocking betrayal that cost Rollins the championship gold. Now that match, so hotly anticipated by the fans, eager to see the Architect topple the egotistical COO of WWE, may be put on the back burner as doubt casts its shadow over Rollins' availability. None of it is preventable. None of it is his fault. He was at the mercy of fate, and unfortunately for him, fate was a Triple H fan. According to the National Center for Biotechnology Information and the British Journal of Sports Medicine, there is a 30 to 40% chance that someone who has suffered a ligament injury in his knee will re-injure it at some point. Those are not daunting numbers by any stretch, but they are also not zero. The possibility that Rollins would swallow the bitter pill of injury was always there, particularly given his style of wrestling. He is a high-impact, high-risk worker who does not know how to slow down or give anything less than 100%. Unfortunately, while that may earn him his praise of the fans and management alike, it also opens him up to situations like the one he is currently experiencing. His offensive arsenal consists of load-bearing spots many of which involve him landing directly on his own feet. His finisher, Triple H's own pedigree, is one he admittedly struggled with during recovery from the first injury. He confessed fear during the aforementioned WWE Network special, but continued to use the maneuver. Now, there is no way to know if the strain from that move and from the escapes he incorporates, in which he flies through the air only to land perfectly on his feet, had any influence on this latest injury, or if it was simple a one-time twist, pull or pop that did him in. Whatever the case may be, an agility-based sport like pro wrestling, in which athletes are forced to endure impacts and bumps 5 days a week, is always going to be conducive to re-injury. Rollins has carefully crafted a character for himself that routinely touts his status as the future of the WWE. For the longest time, it was appropriate. He had every tool necessary to be the star to carry the company into the next decade. More importantly, he had the backing of management and the support of fans who love him or hate him, respected his work. The major knee injury may have halted his career, but many still expected him to recover and move on to greater things as one of the marquee names in Vince McMahon's company. The latest injury, whether it keeps him out of WrestleMania or not, is cause for concern. A seemingly innocent angle was responsible for the sudden reevaluation of the WrestleMania card, as reported by Dave Meltzer of Wrestling Observer Live. The emergency meeting WWE Creative held to come up with stories for Triple H in the event that Rollins cannot compete is the sort of thing that will cause McMahon and upper management to hesitate to hinge so much of their plan on someone who may not be as reliable as they had hoped. Again, it is through no fault of his own, but Rollins would hardly be the first superstar to suffer injuries beyond his control. Ken Kennedy was a superstar many considered the surest thing in years when he arrived on the scene in 2005. Too many injuries made him inaccessible to creative, and ultimately any chance he had at becoming a fixture in the main event picture evaporated. On the flip side, Edge was another superstar to routinely suffer injuries. Unlike Kennedy, he was welcomed back to the top of the card, where he stayed from 2006 through 2011, cementing his status as one of the top stars of the 2000s and a Hall of Famer. There are realistic questions about Rollins' ability to maintain the quality of his work, not to mention to be available to WWE without injuries sidelining him. It is absolutely a concern that he may not be able to carry the promotion on his back, like so many foresaw him doing as late as 2 years ago. Yet there is something to be said about his passion and drive, evident in any interview or documentary in which he has been featured. It was on full display in the impassioned message he tweeted to fans. Wanted to take a second, this is Rollins speaking, wanted to take a second to thank everyone who has reached out to me over the last 2 days. Life doesn't always go our way, but that is no excuse to surrender. If anything, obstacles exist to help us grow and evolve. This re-injury to my surgically repaired knee is real, and a lot is up in the air right now. But one thing remains constant: my resolve. This doesn't end for me until I've reclaimed the throne. And for me, fighting and defeating Triple H is the only way. I will work harder than I ever have and push myself beyond what I know. This isn't over. The only way to wear the crown is to slay the king. I know what must be done, and there's nothing that can stop me. He loves wrestling and is willing to put however much work he must into redesigning himself, rebuilding his body, and reclaiming his spot as one of the top stars in sports entertainment. That is a big article. Rollins has re-injured his knee. This is awful fucking news for the WWE, for Seth Rollins himself, for WrestleMania 33, for us watching the WWE product. We expected him to go into a feud against Samoa Joe and then fight Triple H at WrestleMania. Rollins was probably the most exciting thing on Monday Night Raw for the past 2 weeks. His storyline with Triple H, I should say, and the fact that he is now injured and might be missing. We're not sure if he's going to be missing WrestleMania 33, but it's most likely. I mean, if you're really going to give the guy 2 months to recover from a fucking injury, and he's not going to be on television the entire time, so it would make no fucking sense if he came back the week before fucking WrestleMania and just fucking challenged Triple H. That wouldn't be very exciting whatsoever. I mean, if it has no fucking build. So Rollins, I mean, a second year in a row gonna miss WrestleMania. You gotta feel it for the guy, because he's been great. I mean, he kind of fucking fell apart because WWE didn't fucking book his return in 2016 correctly. They should have turned him face immediately upon coming back, and it kind of fell flat when he did turn face. But, I mean, Rollins has been great as of the past month when you officially transitioned into his feud with Triple H. And the fact that now was the time Rollins was about to start putting in his A-level work going into WrestleMania, it's really a motherfucking shame that he is now injured. It's going to be really interesting to see what they do with Samoa Joe, who could have possibly been fighting Seth Rollins in the future, and what they're going to do with fucking Triple H, who was going to fight Seth Rollins, because Triple H, he could miss WrestleMania, but does Triple H want to miss WrestleMania? I mean, you could have Samoa Joe easily go against Roman Reigns, who was also screwed over by Triple H in that Universal Championship match. This is something that I've heard. He goes against Roman Reigns, and Samoa Joe fucking demolishes Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. If Roman Reigns beats Samoa Joe at WrestleMania, and that's the match that they're going with, that would piss me off. I would certainly like to see Roman Reigns versus Samoa Joe much more at WrestleMania, because that is a match that can provide... It could be a brutal match. It's an intriguing match for Roman Reigns to go into, and Samoa Joe could come out looking like a beast. Like I've said before in the past, take the momentum that you've given Roman Reigns and spread it out like fucking butter on a bread. Spread it out across the WWE. Give some of that momentum to Joe. Give some of that momentum to Kevin Owens, please. Give some of that momentum to a Braun Strowman. Do that. Do that. So, there you fucking go, ladies and gentlemen. Seth Rollins has been unfortunately injured. Let's hope it's a small injury. Let's hope the best. Let's hope it's a 4-week injury and he can be back in a month after Fastlane, or by Fastlane even, and he can be fucking taken, well, not taking out Samoa Joe. He can be fighting Samoa Joe, and he can be taking out Triple H at WrestleMania 33. They say they will announce the full extent of his injuries, but reports have said, PW Insider, Wrestling Observer, that it's 4 to 6 months. So that is absolutely awful. He will be back by the summer. He probably to feud with Samoa Joe. But I say give Samoa Joe the Universal Championship, and he comes back to Seth Rollins, and it's Seth Rollins versus Samoa Joe. That's my plan, and then at SummerSlam, that's your fucking main event. But I do not know. Whatever the fuck you want to do, it's up to WWE. They've been booking things retardedly as of fucking late. If you look at the WrestleMania 33 card, hopefully Seth Rollins could come back and be better than ever, and this knee injury never affects him again. But it looks like it's going to be bad for Rollins going in to WrestleMania. So that is very, very unfortunate. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I've got on that front. Let's move on to the next news story. Backstage news on The Undertaker versus, you guessed it, Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 33. When Roman Reigns eliminated The Undertaker at the Royal Rumble, we got the start of the setup to the planned Roman Reigns versus The Undertaker match at WrestleMania 33. Yes, Vince McMahon hears all the boos that Reigns... I fucking doubt it. I fucking doubt it. Absolutely. Yes, that's a fucking whopping sentence if you ask me. Yes, Vince McMahon hears all the boos that Reigns gets whenever his music plays and he walks out. No! What the fuck? It doesn't fucking see. The way Roman Reigns is booked, that is not motherfucking true. Don't care what the fuck you tell me. If that is the way, if you look at the way Roman Reigns is fucking booked, that is not the motherfucking way. That is not fucking true. That sentence, Vince McMahon does not hear all the fucking boos. Maybe he hears one boo, but besides that, the only fucking boos Vince McMahon is hearing are the fucking bitches in the fucking crowd who Roman Reigns calls boo. But what the fuck? That was awful. But Roman Reigns versus Undertaker is a match he has reportedly wanted for a long time, and given the dead man's health, this could be the last chance to make the match a reality. I don't think anybody wants to see this match become a reality. Only Vince McMahon. Only Vince McMahon. And that just goes to show you this man is jaded as fuck. This man is old. He's out of touch. He is not with the times. He doesn't hear the fucking boos. I think he has some fucking old earwax from 1985 stuck in his ear, and he can't get it out. He can't get it fucking out. On another interesting note, the Wrestling Observer newsletter is noting that there are discussions for this to be a generational passing of the torch, which, given how the WWE Universe generally feels about Reigns, seems like a pretty difficult thing to pull off. You think? You think? A passing of the torch. What torch does The Undertaker need to pass to Roman Reigns? The Undertaker and Roman Reigns have absolutely nothing to do with each other. A passing of the torch would be from The Undertaker to maybe fucking Bray Wyatt, maybe even, I'll say, to a Braun Strowman as the next big guy in the WWE, but Roman Reigns? What? So this could mean an official heel turn for Reigns, but the Wrestling Observer is also saying that the long-term goal for the WWE is still, if you can believe it, for Reigns to be the face of the company. I fucking discussed this earlier in the fucking video. If you put Roman Reigns in this match with I'm gonna fucking say this all fucking WrestleMania, the road to WrestleMania long. If Roman Reigns gets put in this match with The Undertaker and wins, and if he wins especially, this man will never recover. This man will be booed. He will be shamed. He will be deleted for the rest of his WWE career. And there's zero way to get around that. He already fucking ruined his career at the Royal Rumble. If you want to fucking bring this guy from 6 feet under the grave down to the fucking depths of hell, that's exactly the fucking way you're gonna do it. The Undertaker has no torch to pass to Roman Reigns. No torch to pass. If anything, The Undertaker has a torch to pass to John Cena. If anything, The Undertaker has a torch to pass to maybe even a Finn Balor, which is my idea for who The Undertaker should go against. Finn Balor's the Demon. Undertaker is the Phenom versus the Demon. The Undertaker versus the Demon. The Dead Man versus the Demon. There you fucking go. It sells itself. The match would be fantastic. It would be a great way for Finn Balor to come back. It'd put him in a primetime role. The Undertaker would look great in a match against Finn Balor. It can easily be a 4-star match, if not better. And The Undertaker versus Roman Reigns sounds absolutely awful, but I think they're gonna do it because they already started building towards it in the fucking Royal Rumble match. So this is absolutely awful. This will be the worst match. If you have the possibility of putting Undertaker in a 4 to 4.5 star match, if you put him in this match, that entire possibility is gone. This will be another 2 to 1.5 star match at WrestleMania, and it will make WrestleMania 33 even worse. You thought Shane McMahon versus The Undertaker in a Hell in a Cell was bad. This will be 10 times, 100 times, 1,000 times worse than Shane McMahon versus The Undertaker, based off the fact alone that these two are going against each other. Disregard the fucking match. Just that fact alone makes this match worse than any other WrestleMania match The Undertaker, besides the Giant Gonzalez. That match was fucking awful. Besides that match, this will make The Undertaker's worst match at WrestleMania ever. I don't even fucking care what you say about that one. Let's move on before I get fucking raging pissed. Why has this entire episode been a fucking rant on all the bullshit WWE has fucking coming for us? Why is WWE so retarded going into WrestleMania? There has not been one positive fucking news story on this show. The next one, I mean, Bayley winning the championship, yeah, that's pretty positive. But besides that, I mean, why is WWE so fucking retarded? Here's why Tye Dillinger didn't make the main roster. We were speculating for some time that Tye Dillinger would make his main roster debut at the Royal Rumble. He did, but he also sort of didn't. Tye showed up in the Rumble at number 10, just as we desperately hoped he would. The speculation had been running rampant, and you could tell by the 10 chants that filled the crowd on that part of the countdown that everyone in the arena had the same thought. But then Raw and Smackdown both went by with no appearance from Dillinger, and the recent NXT tapings certainly indicate this feud he has with Eric Young isn't over. Why? On the most recent episode of the Wrestling Observer Radio, it was revealed that Tye was brought in without any thought of bringing him into the main roster. Obviously, many talents are in NXT to be groomed for an eventual call-up to Raw or SmackDown, but Dillinger was expected to stay with the developmental brand. Tye had previously wrestled in WWE's relaunched ECW and was brought back in as an experienced hand to work with newer talent. Suddenly, however, he came up with a gimmick that had gotten over at house shows and on TV, and was a star within the confines of NXT. Dave Meltzer compared Dillinger's position in the company to Zack Ryder's, where no matter how over he might get, WWE might not believe he's got staying power. He could certainly change some minds, but he hasn't done that yet, which is why he's still in NXT. Do you think Dillinger has a future on the main roster? Yes, I fucking do think Dillinger has a tremendous future on the main roster. He can certainly come in, and this would be the perfect feud for The Miz at WrestleMania. I'm fucking telling you. Dillinger versus The Miz, and if you want to throw Ambrose in there for the Intercontinental title, that would be perfect. And he should have debuted on Smackdown after the Royal Rumble. But of course, WWE's retarded. Apparently this guy's fucking Royal Rumble, the time he was in the fucking Royal Rumble, he didn't do anything special. Well, he was in there for fucking 5 minutes, and whose fault was that? Huh? He had to be eliminated by fucking Braun Strowman, right? He couldn't have fucking spent 5 more minutes in there. These fucking people working at WWE absolutely fucking flabbergast me. The retardedness in this company is bullshit. Dillinger can be a vital part of SmackDown going into WrestleMania 33. He can put on a fantastic match at WrestleMania 33. Yet what the fuck do we get? Again, How many fucking times do I have to say it on Behind the Mic episode 5? It's not a positive episode whatsoever. WWE gives us bullshit. I feel like fucking James Rolfe, the bullshit man from fucking Cinemassacre.com. Jesus Christ. The angry video game nerd. It's bullshit. You know what's bullshit? WWE's fucking bullshit. That's, oh my god. These motherfuckers piss me off. And as far as NXT goes, that's going to be so fucking underwhelming. Watching NXT, seeing this shit continue versus Eric Young. Eric Young should be moving on to a new fucking rivalry with whoever it may fucking be. You got Hideo Itami coming back, don't you? You don't have fucking Hideo Itami coming, or is Hideo Itami fucking still injured? I don't fucking know. But Hideo Itami, I think you have fucking him. He got, when the fuck did he get injured? I believe he got injured over the summer again, right? Shouldn't he be coming back by now? I don't fucking know. But you have Hideo Itami there. Why don't you put Eric Young versus Hideo Itami? I don't fucking know. I gotta fucking see an update on fucking Hideo Itami's fucking injury status. But I don't know. Tye Dillinger should be on the main roster right now. He got the biggest pop of the Rumble when he came out. Fucking telling you that right off the bat. And the fact that just shows Vince McMahon is fucking deaf. Because he can't hear the boos for Roman Reigns. He can't hear the cheers for Dillinger. He couldn't hear the cheers for Daniel Bryan back in 2014. He can't hear shit. And I don't know what the fuck is his problem. They gotta give him a hearing aid. They gotta fucking turn the mic all the way on his fucking headset, all the way fucking up. They gotta fucking put Kevin Dunn's ears in his fucking head. I don't fucking know what the fuck I'm saying. I'm fucking tired. 50-minute episode here. Let's move on to the next fucking news story. The final fucking news story. And this one, we're ending it off on a positive note because this entire episode has been rant. So let's fucking move on. Jesus Christ. Bayley is reported to be winning at WrestleMania 33 the Women's Championship in the Fatal 4-Way match, and she is going to move on to a feud with Sasha Banks. As previously reported, WWE has plans for Charlotte to defend her Raw Women's Championship in a Fatal 4-Way at this year's WrestleMania 33 event against Bayley, Nia Jax, and Sasha Banks. Bayley is the top candidate to leave the match as the new women's champion for the Raw brand. This would make the most sense as we reported a while back that the company had plans for Bayley to feud with a heel Sasha Banks at SummerSlam in Brooklyn this summer. It should be interesting to see how these things play out, as this will be the first time since introducing the Raw Women's Championship that Charlotte won't be in the picture for a long period of time. So that's the fucking little news story right there. Bayley set to win the Women's Championship. That can only fucking do good. Please get that shit off of fucking Charlotte, because it's absolutely pathetic that it is still on Charlotte. God, when the fuck did she win that fucking title? She won the Divas title all the way back in October of fucking, at Hell in a Cell, I believe it was, of 2015. And she's been in the title picture ever since. So it's 2017. She was in the title picture. She was holding the title for the entirety of 2016. Lost it to fucking Sasha Banks 3 times. Won it back from Sasha Banks 3 times. Undefeated at pay-per-views. And we're guessing she's going to be dethroned at WrestleMania, and she's not even gonna be pinned. So that's what they're gonna fucking do. They're putting her in a Fatal 4-Way, and she will lose her pay-per-view winning record, but she's not gonna be pinned because she's Charlotte, and she's still gonna be undefeated at pay-per-view. They'll turn it into she is undefeated at pay-per-views to she's never been pinned at a fucking pay-per-view. So there you fucking go. So Bayley will probably pin Sasha Banks or Nia Jax, and then Banks will turn heel. Hopefully at Mania 33, she'll attack Bayley and show her frustrations, and then you'll build right upon that going into SummerSlam. Hopefully they can fucking build for how many months is it? 4 months going into SummerSlam without giving Banks versus Bayley away at some fucking B-level pay-per-view or even on Monday Night Raw, because I know WWE is absolutely fucking retarded. So there you fucking go, ladies and gentlemen. Sasha Banks versus Bayley. Sasha Banks versus Bayley going into SummerSlam. They had a fantastic feud in NXT. Hopefully they can recapture that magic going into SummerSlam in Brooklyn this year. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, a 55 fucking minute episode here. This has been Joel Perez of Ringside Wrestling Entertainment, and this has been Behind the Mic. Make sure to check out everything else. Like, comment, hit that subscribe button with the fucking WrestleMania 33 logo if you fucking have to. Make sure to hit that like button. It turns blue right there for you. Check out the Twitter. Check out everything else. Monday Night Raw reviews, pay-per-view reviews, Smackdown reviews, preview and predictions for all pay-per-views, NXT TakeOver reviews, not fucking NXT reviews, Behind the Mic every single Saturday, and of course, any breaking news that comes out along the week, I maybe will do a separate news story on those. So for now, ladies and gentlemen, that's all the fucking information you need. All links are down in the description below. This has been Joel Perez, and this has been Behind the Mic, episode number 5. Thank you very, very much for watching, and for now, I am out of here.